So I had done a story talking about Tucker Carlson, in which he said, when is California going to become the next Venezuela? When is California going to essentially become like Venezuela? Of course, Venezuela being one of the common scare tactics used, and a way to kind of smear California as a state. And, the crazy stat has always been, not always, but recently, is that, California is the sixth biggest economy in the world. Now, one state is the sixth largest economy in the entire world by GDP. Now, California, just one state of the United States, had a larger GDP, a larger economy than France, which is an entire country, which is a crazy, fact. Now we have new news coming in today that California is now the fifth largest economy in the world. Now, they passed up the United Kingdom. So now not only do they have a bigger GDP and economy than France, but they also have a bigger economy than the United Kingdom. The LA Times says California's economy has surpassed that of the United Kingdom to become the world's fifth largest, according to new federal data made public Friday. California's gross domestic product rose by $127 billion from 2016 to 2017. Meanwhile, the UK's economic output slightly shrank over that time when measured in US dollars, due in part to exchange rate inflations. The data demonstrate the sheer immensity of California's economy, home to nearly 40 million people, a thriving technology sector in Silicon Valley, the world's entertainment capital in Hollywood, and the nation's salad bowl in the Central Valley agricultural heartland. It also reflects a substantial turnaround since the Great Recession. It says all economic sectors except agriculture contributed to California's higher GDP. Okay, so basically, I want to talk about this because there's a lot of smears that go on when it comes to talking about California. You guys know Ben Shapiro. Ben Shapiro said, that he was essentially almost making that same sort of comparison with Venezuela, but he was essentially saying that California is becoming a hellhole, which of course is, to me, ironic. I don't see how it's not, because you're choosing to live there, but it's becoming a hellhole. And it's a question that I've asked. Tommy Lahren moved to LA, moved to California, and a lot of, Republicans love to live there, but call it, California is also one of the nicknames for it. But clearly, left-wing policies in California has led to it being, again, just one state of the United States being a larger state or a larger economy than both France and the United Kingdom, two countries with tens of millions of people. And so, this whole attack on California, whether you call it California or it's the next Venezuela or this is a hellhole or it's, it's bad, compare Kansas's GDP. Compare Nebraska's GDP. Compare Wyoming's GDP. I mean, how are those doing? How are those doing in comparison to California? So, I just want to talk about this. It's an interesting story. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are.